Dates and facts tell you what happened. Stories tell you who someone was. In this video, I'll explain the difference and why families don't actually want timelines. They want context. They want stories. Okay? Your grandkids don't want your resume. They don't care what you bought, what year you bought your house. They want to know who you were under pressure. The big difference between timeline and a life story, most people get this wrong, and their family loses something because of it. I've helped people write their life story, and I can tell you dates don't move families. Family stories do. Hi, I'm Greg Colosi. I'm 69 years young, and I'm not a doctor, an attorney, a CPA. I don't even have a college degree. I got my degree in the School of Life, as you have, in addition to whatever degrees you have. I've been an entrepreneur for over 50 years. I'm a husband, a father, a grandfather, and founder of Life Story for Grandkids. I've written my own life story and helped others start theirs. In this video, I'm going to show you the difference between a timeline and a real story. Because when it comes to your family legacy, facts aren't enough. Okay, facts are data. This is me. Born in 1956, married for the first time in 1979, I think again in 96, and again in 2003, and I'm with my favorite wife. Started a business in 1980, my first big business. Okay, I did little ones when I was in college, like I sealed driveways, I painted, did those kinds of things. I retired in 2020. That's a timeline, okay? That's information. That's not a meaningful life story. By the way, I didn't retire in 2020, but it's something like your grandkids don't want to know those. Don't want to know facts, okay? Facts tell your grandkids what happened. They don't tell them who you are. And that's what we want to know. We want to know who you are, okay? Instead of I started a business in 1980, it could start out with, and this is me, I had $1,000 in the bank, I bought a new house, and my wife was pregnant with our first. I was scared to death. Better than I started a business in 1980. Now we understand the courage, we understand the fear, the risk that you took. That's the beginning of real family stories. That's what builds a powerful family legacy. Context creates connection. Your grandkids don't need the year you moved. They want to know why you moved, what you gave up, what you almost lost, what you learned, and what turns facts into a true life story. That's why writing your life story is worth doing. Only you know those answers, okay? Your grandkids are probably they're going to want to know those answers when they get to be 30, 40, 50 years old, but they don't want them now. But these are the questions that they're going to ask and wish they had the answers to, and you can provide that with your own life story. Stories teach lessons. Facts inform, stories transform. A timeline says I changed careers. A life story says I hit bottom, and here's how I climbed out. That's wisdom, that's guidance, that's a real family legacy material. A timeline is a skeleton. Stories are the soul. Okay? Coffee. A timeline is a skeleton. Like I said, stories are the soul. A timeline is structure. You still need it, but it's the bones. The emotions, the decisions, the turning points, that's your real life story. That's what your grandkids will read twice. That's what keeps family stories alive. Practical action steps, how to start. Don't start with dates, start with turning points. Ask yourself, what was I afraid of? What almost stopped me? What did I learn? That's how you begin writing your life story the right way. That's how you build a real family legacy. Okay, let's recap. Facts tell what happened. A life story tells who you were. Family stories create connection. Context builds family legacy. Your grandkids want meaning, not just milestones. If you're serious about writing your life story, focus on the lessons, not just the dates. You still have life. You still have time. You still have freedom. Your family legacy is not automatic. It's intentional. Start telling the real life story, not just the timeline. If you'd like a 57-page guide with, I think it's got like 60 questions in it, and how to go about this, in the comments below, just write, "Give me the guide," and I'll get it to you. You don't retire from life, you redesign it. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.